Sometimes when dealing with numbers, we will want to have them as decimals. Other times we will want to have them as fractions. And because converting between those is something that students traditionally struggle with, it's nice to know that we can use the calculator to do this. For example, rewrite the expression below as a decimal, 14 divided by 5. If I want to turn this into a decimal, the simplest way is to simply enter that division problem, because this is simply a division problem, into the calculator and press enter. The calculator will, all settings being equal, return a value of 2.8. Now it is possible that somebody has played with the settings and created a situation where it does not give you that as a decimal, and so here is how we can force it to. If we enter in the quantity that we want to calculate, 14 divided by 5, in a set of parentheses so that the calculator knows to keep it together, and then press the math key located underneath the green alpha key in the top left corner. When we press this button, we get a menu that includes lots of options of things we can do to numbers. The first two menu options are going to be options to change a value into either a fraction, which is option 1, or a decimal, which is option 2. So if we select option 2 and press enter, we now see a command to take the quantity 14 divided by 5 and turn it into a decimal. And when I press enter, that is exactly what happens. We can use a similar process to turn an expression into a fraction. For example, if I have 1.875 and I wish to turn that into a fraction, I can simply go to the Math menu, again, in the top left corner under the green alpha button, and the first option under the Math menu is that to turn any number that you have into a fraction. And if I press enter again, it will take the 1.875 and turn it into a fraction. In this case, 15/8. This technique can also be used to simplify a fraction. For example, if I want to simplify 14/28, which I can enter as a division problem surrounded by parentheses, if I ask the calculator to turn that into a fraction, even though it is technically already a fraction as a division problem, the calculator will give me the reduced version of that fraction. So for example, when I press enter, it will reduce the fraction to 1/2. This can be used to simplify any fraction, or check to see if a fraction is already simplified.